Hey everybody, welcome to Big Valley Living. Dark Lord Minute slides in and parks. I hope you got a good front row seat there, buddy. Oh my gosh. Angela and Renee are still chatting, and I have to turn my sound off. There we go. Renee at Pike Creek Farm is on. Hi, Elaine. Thank you for coming in. Renee is on right now at the Inquisitive Farm Wife, and they're just chatting it up about canning. We might end up talking about a little bit of canning and gardening here tonight, I think, right?
Hey, we can talk about whatever you want, dear.
Yeah, I love it. Hi, Prepping for Heaven. Hi, how you doing? We're just going to let Renee and Angela kind of wrap it up over at Inquisitive Farm Wife. And while we're waiting, you guys, let's talk about this. Waves like a crazy person. That's funny. Like this. I just went out to the lemon tree this morning and found that we had actual we have buds and lemons on the Meyer lemon tree now. So this is super cool. Hey Wendy, thanks for coming in. And what do you think? How long do you think we're going to have raspberries? Because I mean, we're getting 3 to 5 a day.
When it cools down, they might actually
we might get a second rush, kind of.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I would very much like that. Like this Dark Lord Minute. Is that what you wanted? I'm in a silly mood today. I am in a very silly mood. Hey, Jamie. And hello, Leanne. Jamie, I owe you a sandwich video. I have not been in the mood for a sandwich for an entire week, but it's coming. Trust me, it is coming because I've already got what I want all planned up there. Oh, you need silly right now, Dark Lord. What's going on? Are your sisters driving you out of your mind?
Full disclosure, JJ, I'm not up to my game tonight. I'm not feeling all that well, so I'm just full disclosure. What goes on in this live stays in this live. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and you're spreading the joy too, I want to say. So just none of that. And hello, Mouse Toes. How you doing? Hey, man, we've got lots and lots of fun people in here.
No, it's been a long time since I had allergies, and I think this is some of it. I don't know.
I don't know, because I'm feeling like I have a touch of it, and I refuse to get allergies. I'm too mean for them.
Yeah, well,
I'm Teflon. Hey, Tiffany. Oh, that's awesome. Mr. C is there today. That's very cool. Derek Fowler, hey. People stealing from the church rummage sale. Who steals from a church? Good gravy. Oh, that's just a bummer. I'm so sorry. You know, of all things, you know, it was funny. Renee was just talking about the church in her little town, and they grow food not just for their church members, but for anybody who needs it. Anyone in the community, or if even people are visiting and they need food. That we were just talking about it while we were peeling tomatoes. That is absolutely wonderful. Oh God, Mouse Toes had her church offering stolen once. I don't know. There's a special place in Hades for people who do stuff like that. I mean, I just can't. I can't. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing?
That's why you don't.
Huh?
That's why you don't.
Yeah.
And true. I don't.
That's right, Mouse Toes. God sees everything, right? Are you going to do this for me? So we have a special guest in our house tonight. She's just going to make a really quick hello. She's my cousin's granddaughter. So she's my cousin 8 times removed and all this other stuff. I'm just kidding. But come here, Bella. Come say hi. She's so beautiful. We went out to lunch today. You don't have to. Whenever you feel like it, she'll pop on there. But she's just a sweetheart. And so she's here helping us make some tomato sauce, huh? She's getting schooled in the canning early on. And I'm super excited about that.
Then I need to finish my video for Friday. So.
Oh, yeah. What are you making, JJ?
Jalapeno cheese bread.
We're thinking that we want.
It's really good.
You know what?
On a tri-tip sandwich. I just know that for a fact.
That'll be tomorrow, though. Maybe tonight I'll make my Italian salami sandwich, and
you can do that.
Jamie up for that one. Angela, hello. Yes, zucchini for days. That was fun yesterday. We put up a super old one. Helena, hi, or Helena. I am so bad at that. Helena. I'm going to say Helena. We just lost our train of thought.
Yeah.
Imagine that. So I put on our little thing, on our little description, that we kind of have good news. Michelle's done with chemo. I'm so happy. Woohoo! And JJ's so happy he's going to sneeze. Are you okay, honey?
Nobody needed to see that.
Oh, Rebecca, don't you worry. I will take care of those lemon trees. In fact, 99 cents at the store. Okay, so check this out. We live in California, and we are not the only people with citrus trees, okay? And we regularly pay 89 cents for lemons. Oranges are getting ridiculous. In fact, I think that might be something we talk about tonight. We planted many trees in the front yard. We have citrus in the back, and then we have like stone fruit and apples and stuff in the front. And a little bit of citrus in the front. And I think it's time for some oranges. We'll probably plant, like, what do you think, JJ? A Washington Navel and maybe a Valencia?
And a blood, probably.
You said you have $8.99 now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my cousin is helping me here. For whatever reason, we have really started packing on subscribers, and we're at $8.99 right now, you guys. $8.99. It's so exciting. We were at $8.65 yesterday morning at 9 o'clock my time. Who's counting?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Leanne, yeah, you know what? I'll make a short tomorrow of the lime tree, because I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago when I looked at the lime tree, like, you can't even see the limes, right? There's like probably 150 limes on it, but they're the exact same color as the leaves. And sometimes, sadly, I don't even notice how many there are until they start to turn yellow. And at that point, they're still good. They still taste like limes, but they're not as pretty. And are you okay, honey?
I'm all right.
Okay.
The lime's kind of weird because on the front end of it, you don't see anything, and everything's the same color. But if you get down toward the back and look up, you'll see like hundreds of them. It's so crazy. That lime tree, it like grows everything in the back corner that's the hardest to get to.
Yeah.
It's like it plans it or something.
I just love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. We're just kind of talking about some of the things that are going on around here right now. And I am officially done with my chemo. So good, big prayers, because we still have a blood test to go in a week. And then we have a CT scan, but I'm feeling good. And this is preventative. So I am so stinking excited. I just can't even stand it.
I'm ready for it to take a hike forever.
Huh?
I'm ready for it to take a hike forever.
Exactly. We're going to have to think about going more plant-based, I think. I really love my milk and my cheese and my meat, but I don't know. We are all hydrating here. It's 87 right now, and that is almost unheard of at this time of year. And Ginger's in the house. Hello, Ginger. Nice to see you. And so I think we're going to plant the oranges. Did we decide we were going to plant them in the fall? That didn't the guy at Green Acres tell us?
And we still have 3 more trees to put out front too.
I know. What are we going to put out there? What do you guys? So let's tell everybody what we have. We have a Granny Smith apple that's a baby. We won't get any apples from it for a couple of years. We have a Pink Lady apple, which is very established, and this year she is going crazy. Then we have one nectarine, one apricot. That apricot tree looks good. And then we have Karen. When you can tell what Karen is.
Omari Satsuma tangerine.
So they're just like those little tiny guys. Yes, we can grow mandarins, Suburban Hillbilly. In fact, we have a mandarin festival. How far do you think Rockland is? Maybe 20 miles from here. She doesn't have a sense of direction yet, so we're working on it. But anyway, there's a mandarin festival. Actually, it's at about the 1,000-foot level in elevation, so they get just a little tiny bit of cooler weather in the fall and winter. Not really too much. We're kind of on the valley floor. We're 150 feet or so.
In my table of 3, we can grow avocados, but they tend to get pretty huge and unwieldy before they really produce anything. So
we're too old to plant them now.
Yeah, when I'm talking huge and unwieldy, I'm talking probably a canopy of like 25 to 30 feet wide. They're huge.
Yeah. And I would like to have nuts of some sort, like maybe almonds, but almonds require so much water. I don't think so. Oh no. It's been hot down where Mouse Toes is. You know, we've been watching the news, you guys, and in LA, it's like super hot and all the way over across, the southern belt. And we just got a little respite, but we'll, don't feel bad. We'll be at 103 and 105 Saturday and Sunday, just in time for some nice weeding and yard work and everything. Cause I've got to get out there and weed.
Yeah, that's probably not happening this weekend.
No. I think this would be a good weekend to go on a road trip and do a video. Maybe we'll go to the ocean. Oh no, Leanne, the hottest day of the year so far was her birthday. Man, that stinks. Oh, now, we drive by them, Carrie, all the time. I've never been to an avocado farm. And which star is it? There's a star that owns, is it Tom Selleck? A huge avocado farm down south.
Oh, I think it is Tom Selleck, and he doesn't like avocados, isn't that?
Yeah. I thought that was kind of funny, but they are expensive. And then if you go towards the coast, like by Monterey and stuff, there are highways that go from the Central Valley over to the coast. And when you're driving through there, you can get bags of avocados they're really tiny. Remember when I went south and I stopped on my way home, honey? And oh my gosh, you guys, like 20 avocados for $2. And
they're like half-size avocados. They're just the babies like that.
Yeah. And the pits weren't gigantic. So we got a lot of meat out of them. It was worth it. And they probably were picked that day. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That just stinks.
Yeah, it's been really nice here for the last day or two. Of course, then this came up, so I haven't been able to get out and get stuff out of the way, but
yeah. Well, you got those raspberries watered today. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and the
half of the sewer system in Sacramento County. I'm just kidding. I forgot to tell you. Hey, Renee, did you get those chickens done? What's this? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have put that up there, Ginger.
Hey, anything in the comments is fair game.
Among friends. That's so funny. So today what we're doing, so yesterday, I had a huge score yesterday morning. We can't grow enough tomatoes at our house to even begin to can enough to last us for a year. So we've got these different farms that we go to, and the one there we go to that's a U-pick for 45 cents a pound score is their tomatoes came in late. In fact, everywhere in the valley, Sacramento and San Joaquin Valley, the tomatoes were late this year. And so we went to this farm that is not too far from the house, and I was prepared to pay about $40 a box, and I was thinking that they were about 25 pounds. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but it beats the heck out of store canned tomato sauce because we don't have any of the junk in it. And so we go in. I'm so sorry. I got to put this up. That's hilarious. I wouldn't eat anything out of that freezer, Dark Lord. I just wouldn't eat anything out of that freezer. Put some jalapeno juice on them. Oh, that's not nice.
Really?
Anyway, so I go over to the place and I told the gal that was working there that, we were going to be canning, and she was super intrigued, right? Because she's probably all of 16, 17 years old, and she doesn't know anybody who cans. So she told her boss, so I should back it up. I ordered them the day before, and then they picked them the morning that you pick them up. So they're so fresh. So I get there and I'm, got my money and I'm all ready to go. And she told her boss that we're canning 100 quarts of tomato sauce, and we're getting like the deal of the century. And how much? I paid $30 a box.
Yeah, it's like about
35. Is it 30 or 35? I think 35.
It's 35, but it's just over $1 a pound.
It was 30. It was a 30-pound box, and they are seriously. There's a lot in there, huh? What? I'm talking to Bella. There's a lot of tomatoes in there.
Yeah, there was.
So yeah, we got I just am so happy, and so all I have to do is call the day before, and it's probably going to take us 6 loads to get to our 100 quarts. You think? We'll do probably 70 quart jars and 60 pints.
Think about it. 7 quarts. 7 quarts ago. That's what? 12, 13 or 14. 13 or 14 loads, but we're going to do pints too. So
yeah,
we can get more into that 921.
Oh, wow. That is very cool, Leanne. That's very, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And it is a good deal, Ginger. And so they have our name, they have our name on file, and all I got to do is call. And I just, I really felt very blessed, that she didn't have to mention anything to the farm owner or anything like that. And I don't know, maybe what we'll do is go in and, take them. Maybe I'll do a little video on their farm stand, because they're the nicest people. I mean, not just because of that. They're just super, super nice people.
And if you go and buy a box of tomatoes at like Smart and Final or,
they're so waxed.
They always have the wax on them and all that stuff. It's so nice to just go to your local farmer, say, hey, I'd like to have, 40 pounds or whatever. And they take it out of the field, put it in a box for you to take it home to Canada. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that is, I love him. And in fact, now this year, he's going to sneeze again. You might hear him from the room. He said, I'm so sorry, JJ. But 2 years ago, yes, Dark Lord, that's what I'm thinking. They can taste the product that we give, right? That we get from their tomatoes. And I think that would be very fun. That's my little cousin here is all waiting for, if we have extra, we might make some Mrs. Wages salsa for the first time tonight. And I'll be sending her home with some tomorrow.
I hope so too, Angela.
Yeah. He's been coughing and sneezing, and I feel bad. Carrie, if you're still in here, Ginger's looking for you. So what was I going to? Okay, Angela, yes, go feed the fam for sure. I wanted to talk about our, not just the trees. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask. If everybody has ideas for trees to plant, give us some ideas, because how many more are we going to plant in the front? 3?
Yeah.
And we don't want things with huge canopies. There will be no walnuts. We don't want big, ginormous invasive trees, because they just get messy.
Even if I have to, trim them back, I keep the apple trees as compact as I can, so that they really throw out, apples.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the same thing with the apricot, the same thing with the peach, that kind of tree that you can kind of keep under control.
Yeah, they only have like a 10. The trees that we bought only have like a 10-foot diameter when they're 10 to 15. And they only get to be 10 to 15 feet tall, which is super, super awesome. Okay, Carrie's editing. Ginger, she is in here. Hey, Derek. Oh, I sure would love to plant some money trees and have them just rain down their fruit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hey, Nanny Tim, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. So I do want to. So cherries. Are there any cherries that we can do? I don't think.
I would have to look because I love bean cherries and Rainier cherries are good, but I don't know that we get cold enough in the winter to set fruit. But definitely something I would like to look at. Or that or I wouldn't mind trying one cocktail tree that has, different varieties.
Oh, the fruit cocktail.
Cherry. Yeah, different varieties of cherry and different varieties of whatever.
Yeah. Rebecca, we won't do any nuts. They're just such huge trees. Mandarin, I think mandarin would be good. We had, oh my gosh, remember my dad's
that
tree?
was an awesome mandarin tree. It was a tangerine. 7 feet around. Yeah.
It was tangerine. And it was bound in remember that big old tub it was in, and when we pulled it out, it smelled like death.
Because it was rotting in there.
But once we planted it in the ground, it just
got happy after a couple years.
Yeah, that was a great tree. So I think maybe even if we did a tangerine, because that juice is so crazy amazing.
Yeah, we used to have people pull up when we were at work and they'd take bags full of those darn tangerines. Neighbor had to tell them, "Hey, you need to get out of here."
Yeah, she did too. She got right on after him. It was awesome. We have a neighbor with pears, and those seem to do fairly well, but Michelle doesn't like pears because the texture, it feels like if you were sucking on your wet hair out of the pool. I agree. You too?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just me, it's official. Maybe it's a family thing.
Yeah, Derek, we just did plant a nectarine this year, actually, so it's going to be a few years before we see anything from it, but
that's one of my favorite trees.
Right now, actually, all those trees except for the Granny Smith and the Pink Lady Apple, I planted them pretty late, so they're pretty much an experiment at this point because I planted them pretty late. So I've had to keep them pretty darn wet during all of this heat and everything because they don't deal with the heat very well when they're going through trying to get transplanted.
We planted them in like June, I think. It was pretty, but we were having that wet spring, and we even had rain. And I mean, this year was a unique year, I'd say. And you haven't been out to the pomegranate tree yet. We have probably a couple hundred female fruit now setting. So, yes, we have a peach. Did you get that 49er one, JJ? What'd you get?
It's an Alberta peach. It's probably the most well-known. It's the juiciest peach I've ever probably seen. We used to have one, and I had it about 5 years. And then plans changed, and it was too big to move, so I had to take it out. So now I'm putting one where hopefully it'll stay for a long time.
Yeah. We've planted trees in places that we had to take them out for various reasons. So, okay. Well, that is really good to know.
That's why I got that specific kind, because they are so good.
You're the tree guy. I mean, JJ feeds the citrus regularly. We get an auger out and drill into the ground and put a little bit of feed in there, cover it up.
To Jamie's Country Living there. When we first moved into this house, we had a Santa Rosa plum. I had a bad experience with the Santa Rosa plum because it had to have been 40, 50 years old. It was a big old tree.
The plums were so good.
Oh, they were really good. But you know what? I would go out there every day of the weekend and pick every single plum that I could find. And I would come home Monday from work, and there would be a whole bunch on the ground, and it was really hot. And so it started to smell like fermented plum wine out in the backyard.
Yeah, we had to keep all the windows closed because it
was
really did smell
horrible.
boozy.
And I could not, I used to pick up 5-gallon buckets at a time and get any one that I could see. I would climb up in that tree way up to the top. Oh man.
He was much younger than everybody.
I was. That's darn sure. That's not happening right now.
And we used to we'd take huge buckets and baskets to work and just like
throw out
the window if nobody took them.
Take these.
But remember though, we'd get home from work and we had a miniature schnauzer at the time, little Fritzy. And he'd get out there and he was so sticky. Poor baby.
His poor fur, he would be all sticky and it was horrible.
He was a good boy. But you know what, you guys, we actually do, sometimes we go up, there's a place near us called Apple Hill, and they've been doing festivals since I was seriously 4 years old, at least that I know of. Mm-hmm. And so we used to go, we went and got pears one year and we canned them. And I remember I opened one up, stuck it in the fridge, and stuck a cinnamon stick in it after I opened the jar. Those were really good. They were tolerable, but I would only can maybe 6 pints or so if we did it again. Oh, look at this. We can grow figs here.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, those trees are so gigantic. And we have a lot of birds and squirrels. In fact, we have yet to eat one of our tomatoes because when it got up into 107 and 110 and 11, the birds were going anywhere they could for any kind of water. And we were even watering the grass. And I mean, we were putting water out for birds. And so there are holes in all of the tomatoes because they were so thirsty. So funny. Oh, he's really close. Oh, you live right over the line there, dude. You live right over the line. Oh, no, that sounds good. And I do love figs, but I'm lucky and I have a friend who has a fig tree. His neighbor has a fig tree that hangs over in his yard. And so I can go and take advantage of that if I think to ask him to remind me. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute.
Wow.
Whoa. See, now, Rebecca, that's going to happen. We always know we're going to sacrifice. I would say mostly it's the pomegranates. Don't you think, hon?
Definitely pomegranates. The squirrels they go crazy, especially as you get closer to the end of the year when you're getting ready to
they're big, but they're not ripe yet.
Well, right. They're big. And then all of a sudden a rainstorm will come in and they'll split open. That's when the squirrels go nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that sounds good. Hey, Ginger, if you're still in here, have you guys come any closer, you, Maggie, and Into the Mud with Maggie Moo, and Annette down under? Have you guys come any closer to when you might do that charcuterie? Because ooh, that sounds so good. Are you taking selfies? Okay, that's funny. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Thank you very much for coming in. So, Jamie, I love fig Newtons. Those are so good. Now they have strawberry Newtons or something I saw. It's kind of weird, but they're probably good. JJ. Hey, Mike and Karen, how are you guys? Okay, so what else are we going to be doing gardening wise this year? Because we kind of this summer was wasted. We did get some trees planted and that was awesome. But you've been ordering some raised beds that we're going to be working on.
Yep. And so we're going to try to get in a winter garden. Well, it's going to be more fall because in reality, we can grow here all year. Because we rarely see it under 30 degrees here. Maybe for a week in there you might, but
and rarely more than 4 hours. I mean, we cover things like sensitive flowers and the citrus. If it's going to be at like 28 or more, 28 or less, we'll cover the citrus. But yeah, okay. So you guys, if you haven't been watching Craft and Chat with Ginger and Maggie Moo, her daughter's been making these beautiful charcuterie boards. And last week, Ginger, you put out a very nice one yourself. And so they have an open collab. So I think that would be a lot of fun. If you're interested in doing a charcuterie video, just email Ginger. Not for nothing, Homestead. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see if Michelle can function enough to do this. I almost put a state extension on there for whatever. .us.gov.
.us.gov, really?
I know. Okay. So I don't know if right? Did I get it right? I got it right. Not for nothing homestead at gmail.com. So send a note to Ginger if you'd like to do that. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. Ginger, I sent you a picture of a charcuterie board that I have my eyes on, and I got it. So I really want to do something. In fact, I think we're going to have brie. Right, JJ? We just got that brie, and that sounds good too. And yesterday, there were 4 of us that were talking about kind of lamenting the amount of zucchini that's out there. A couple weeks ago. So we dropped 4 videos. Ginger, I have not really left the house very much for the past few days, but I'm already beginning to feel good enough where I feel like I can drive without endangering other people on the roads. It's been a struggle bus, but I'm feeling a lot better. So that's super cool. But no, I'm going to go to, you know what? Maybe we'll go to the post office tonight. Oh, Derek. Yeah, we've had a lot of splitting because it'll be 70, well, not 75 now, but it'll be like in the mid 80s and it goes up to the hundreds, and keeping up on watering. And those I think the fruit are just freaking out. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so next week on Wednesday, I'll have to share whatever this really cool thing is that I'm going to go get. Oh, I remember now. I'm not going to say it right now. I just can't wait to see it. Now I remember what it is. My memory is gone. So, and by the way, guys, the Pampered Chef stuff is coming. It's coming. I promise. So let's see here. I'm sorry. Finger blight. What's finger blight? Huh. Okay. Someone's going to have to school me in that.
Maybe they misspelled.
No, I think that's right. Oh, and Renee just made one. You know what, Angela? I believe that ours is rindless as well. There's nothing around it. We got it at Costco, and it really looks good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just right before our live was Inquisitive Farm Wife, and her and Pike Creek Farm were talking about dilly beans. And I have still never tried one, but man, they sure sound yummy. I mean, you can't go wrong with beans and garlic and dill and vinegar. I love everything pickled. So good. And there's Air Fryer August 23, and that's hosted by Angela, the Inquisitive Farm Wife. And you're dropping, Angela, feel free to go in here. and drop any comments or anything like that. So on Fridays, there are going to be, if I'm not mistaken, 4 channels plus you, Angela, or 3 channels plus you. I think it's 3 plus you. And everybody's going to dig out their air fryers and share what they got. So this Friday, what time are you planning on dropping them? Is it going to like be in the morning, or just to give people an idea? Okay. Okay, everybody. So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, 10 o'clock Eastern time, tune in to Not For Nothing Homestead. And you guys, these boards that Maggie does they're works of art. They really are beautiful. So I'm excited to watch. And then JJ, okay, here we go. So you can go in anytime. What do we have? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm chasing a squirrel. 900. We did? Mm-hmm. We just got 900. We have 900 subscribers. I'm so excited about that. Thank you. She's like, she got us to 66. I remember that. She ran around like telling everybody, you've got to subscribe to my cousin. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Angela, thank you. Would they want to email you if they need anything or if they have any questions? And thank you guys very much. That is like, it's really super exciting. And we've been watching it like all day because I went to bed last night and it was one thing. And I woke up this morning and I was like, what? So yeah, that's very exciting. We'll be at 1,000 before you know it, I think. And anyway, so trees, JJ, trees, back to trees, focus. So what are you wanted to do? Maybe a different kind of a peach. Remember, we could maybe extend our peach season if we planted a different kind, just like with the oranges. I want to have a Washington that'll ripen at one time and then extend the season by having another orange that will carry us through until we have tangerines ripen in January, right? It was right between December 1st and February 1st when we got tangerines.
I don't know. That's called research that we must do.
I'm talking about real life that we know happened.
We still have to research and make sure, because
that's true.
I mean, because if I remember right, like the Alberta peach, I remember going out, I think it was in like August around this time, I would go out and take a peach off of there and it would be hot.
Baked. Yeah, they were so good.
It would be hot, bring it in, cut it up, put it in with ice cream, and that heat would melt the ice cream. It was so good though.
Sprinkle a little cinnamon on it. Oh man, good. It was good. You were just a baby.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we'll hook you up, sister. Okay. Yes, thank you. I guess so. It's only been 3 years. 2. When did we start? 2021? Dropping actual videos?
2020. Yeah,
February, right like before
February, March was our first one.
Right before the Super Bowl, actually, because I made the fried Cheerios and dropped that video. Yeah. Oh, I love fried Cheerios.
Yeah, we made some. They're really good.
Oh, you did? Okay. Another kid in the family. Tried and true right here. Okay. So if you want to do Air Fryer August 23, there it is. It's hashtag Air Fryer August 23 and tag Angela at the Inquisitive Farm Wife. So it'll be fun because admittedly, we do not use our air fryer as often as we thought we would when we bought it. And more than anything, it's because it doesn't sit on the counter. So it requires effort to pull it out, hook it up, use it, clean it, and put it back away. And I only really like to do that with canning things. All right, Carrie, thank you. Have a great night. And thanks for popping in. Sorry, JJ, what?
That was the biggest downfall to the Instant Pot too, but
yeah, but now
I made it so it's just right there. I just put it on the counter.
And these things that you're making are just crazy. It's just so good. There we go. Thank you, Angela. Um. Anyway, vegetable wise, I think what are we going to start some seeds indoors? You think this year?
No. We'll just direct sow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we can grow peas twice a year, and I know you're not as big of a pea fan as I am. And Renee actually at Pike Creek Farm and Angela were talking about this earlier today on Angela's Live, that you end up eating almost all the peas while you're working in the garden. But I am okay with that because it's such a yummy snack while you're out there. And I just feel like at least in our area, the blossoms bring a ton of bees in. There's something about the scent of them that just really, that and our citrus, you can walk up and stick your hand in the middle of the tree. Woo, stick your hand in the middle of the tree. And they won't even bother you because they've got so much busy work to do on the branches and on the buds. Yeah, Derek, I'd love to see that. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm going to get a hoot out of that. Yeah, ours is actually, Leanne, ours is literally feet from the kitchen in the pantry. It's not that hard to get, but I just don't. We have all these other tools that we're using right now. Okay, so I'm checking this out really quickly here. No, Derek, it won't be a disaster. It'll be good. It'll be good. So we'll probably do, definitely we'll do peas, right? And then are we going to try cauliflower again?
Yeah, we'll probably do some cauliflower, maybe some broccoli. Definitely like tons of beets, radishes, carrots, stuff like that.
We can grow radishes almost year round and beets. It just in the very, very hottest part of the summer, that'd be like when we actually want to sow them. And then by September we're eating beets. And I like the tiny beets. I like all the different colors. And there are some that have like the red and white candy stripes in them. Those are good. And yellow and orange beets are very common in our area. And they do have a milder flavor. And I think it would be kind of fun to maybe pickle some and just leave the red out, so that we can see the other colors. That'd be fun. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think we don't use the air fryer so much because we're learning so many other things. Like we're learning the freeze dryer and all the things to do with that. And we're learning the Instant Pot and how to do that and all of the things that go along with that and dehydrating. And I'm just like, wow.
Now that we have the freeze dryer, I really only like to use the dehydrator for certain things like fruits that take forever and a day and never really seem to be dry in the freeze dryer. The blueberries, though, the freeze dried blueberries are worth every bit of effort that they take because
they take effort.
well, I know, but they're worth it, and you can do 4 trays and still have a lot. But just to take a handful and throw them into the smoothie or throw a handful into some pancake batter, definitely. There is nothing better than that. So, okay. So, I'm going to go back to the tomatoes that we're peeling right now and roasting. I have, if you guys know what a that's a bowl is, a Tupperware that's a bowl, those are what we use for staging, peeling, like putting the peels in and blanching. So we have one for each thing. And so right now I have probably 3/4 of a that's a bowl filled with beautiful tomato skins that have no pesticide residue, no wax, no nothing. I dehydrated tomato skins a couple of years ago. Yeah, about two or 3 years ago. And I didn't do my research. So I wasn't watching Darcy at the Purposeful Pantry at that point, and that was my fault. I didn't know about conditioning dehydrated things, and then that you might have to put them back in the dehydrator. So I ended up with this clump of creepy stuff. And then, of course, I was worried about mold and everything else. So I ended up tossing it. But now that we have a freeze dryer, I want to do it. And what I want to know, if you guys, anybody in chat, if you guys have done tomato skins, let me know, because I actually want to get them into the freeze dryer tonight if I can. And I don't know if I need to break them up or anything like that. Like, do I throw them into the high-speed blender and then freeze them overnight and then throw them in there? Do I just throw the skins onto the tray? I like pre-freezing before I do freeze drying. So I'm willing to do that. Yeah, see, yeah, it was a mess. And I was so excited about having this tomato powder. And I even am thinking about doing jalapeno powder this year. I think that would be really good too, if I can get through the seeding and all that. The last time we did jalapenos, I did a blog about at least we didn't die. That's what
we wanted to when we were doing it.
Oh my God. So we actually have masks that we wear when we're like turning pins and things in the wood shop. And we're actually considering wearing those masks, not just a mask like you wear at the grocery store if you're sick. But we're thinking about putting those masks on, a double glove, and oh my gosh, that I was not prepared for that.
And yes, Derek, I'm halfway done with the jalapeno cheese bread.
Yeah. You should go get it and hold it up. Give everybody a preview.
No.
Oh, it is so light and airy looking. And guess who had to do the jalapenos for the bread? Thank you.
Yeah, not me.
My nickname is Sue. S-O-U-S. You know what, Rebecca? I have heard that people bake in their air fryer and that it works beautifully. That would be really, really good. What are you eating?
Sour Skittles.
Sour Skittles. The bread video, yeah, Nanny Tam. This bread is really good, and you'll see. You'll see. It's tasty. Maybe we'll have salami sandwiches tonight after Uncle makes that. Yeah, we can do that. I don't know. You okay there, JJ?
We'll see.
Okay.
I have to finish that video, so you're going to deal with this mug in the way it is for that video. But
it's going to be so good, though.
It is good.
It's going to be so good.
They're so good. And you can, so if you wanted to have it where you were having it with chili or something, you can cut it vertically, right? And have like pieces to dip.
Like breadsticks, kind of.
Right. Or if you want to have it as a sandwich, you can cut it horizontal and have a big old sandwich. And yeah, they're so good.
Ooh. That would be good too.
He doesn't feel so hot either. Yeah. I'm pushing through.
He's almost done. And then he's going to finish his video and probably go drop into bed. We only have like 16 more pounds of tomatoes to process, but I think Bella's going to help me with that, I think. Okay. All right. You know what, you guys? I want to thank everybody for coming in. I think I want to get back to my tomatoes and have fun with my little cousin who's here spending some time with us, and maybe go out to the pool for a little bit. Yeah. It's about perfect, huh? Okay. Uh-oh, she forgot her swimsuit. She's been wearing Auntie's pants all messed up. But anyway, we really want to thank you guys for coming in tonight. I'm going to let y'all go early. I'm excited about the planting, though. I think we'll probably at least do a video update a month with our winter garden and fall garden, just because we're very lucky. We're very lucky here, and we get to garden year round. I think it's just summertime that it stinks so bad. But
yeah, well, and since we're affiliates of Vajega, I wanted to try out their products too. So I got an L-shaped bed, and a couple of like 2 by 6.5 foot beds, so that because it doesn't really work here in the valley so much have an in-ground garden. So you got to kind of go to.
Unless we're old. I'm tired of bending over.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so we said we were going to go, and everybody in here is saying good night. So thank you all so much for coming in. Don Ray B, I did not see you earlier.
I didn't either. I was going to say.
You. But I hope you guys all have a really, really good night. And watch for JJ's video Friday. It's going to be a good one. And don't forget tomorrow morning to go over to Not For Nothing Homestead, and then there's a whole laundry list that they do, the Homestead Homies, on Thursday afternoon. So.
What time does that start? Like 1 or something? 3?
Our time, I think, starts at 3 o'clock. So if anybody wants to drop a link in there, you can. I think there might be a thing. Anyway, I think that's my cue to say goodbye. My brain's gone.
Thank you, every single one of you, for coming in.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you for visiting Big Valley Living, JJ. I appreciate it.
What's that?
Thanks for visiting Big Valley Living.
Yes, thank you.
Talk to you guys later. Have a really blessed week, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you later, everybody.
Be kind.